Okay, back here for game 5, where I'm hoping to salvage a single victory. And my hand is fine. Got a fine opening curve. Hopefully, good things happen.
My hand is right on the brink of absurdity, but it looks pretty ugly right now. But yeah, Ross, I feel good. I think you're gonna get a game win here.
Okay. Thanks for throwing me one, I guess.
I wouldn't quite call it that.
I'll play a Swift Spear. I'll play a Bauble. I'll attack for 2.
Okay, 18 life.
18. The question is whether I want to see the card that he's going to draw this turn or wait for him to draw and then see the next one. And I think if I draw a Probe, I'd much rather see the next one, and otherwise it's virtually the same.
That sounds right.
So I will pass.
Your turn.
Let's see the top card of your deck. Obviously.
Relic?
Draw a card on the upkeep.
Relic is great.
Draw a card for turn.
Yep.
That is interesting.
I just want to play like more Scrabbling Claws and stuff.
I will play Island. I'll play a Bauble and attack for 2.
16.
I shouldn't play Island. I should play Misty.
Okay.
That way I can scry the top of my deck.
Done.
Yep.
Yes. All right. I will play a Relic of Progenitus.
Given that we're gonna have some things to do, I almost want to remand anything just to cycle it and hope to apply more pressure. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fetch for Steam Vents, go to 17.
Okay. I will play an Eye of Ugin, replay my Relic, and exile a card. And it'll be your turn.
Guess so. I get to draw a card off the remand.
Yep.
As far as the exile, I guess I'll get rid of Bauble because I'm about to sack another one.
Makes sense.
I will Bauble the top of your deck. Sounds about right.
So perfect?
It's not bad. Maybe it's bad. Hopefully it's bad.
Okay.
I don't know yet. I'll draw on my upkeep. I will draw for turn.
Sounds like a Plains. It's a Plains, isn't it? Marsh Flats, maybe?
Well, that is a little awkward, but what are you going to do? Play Abbott Trigger.
Yep.
About what I expected. Now he just gets to Blight Herder me. I see he had Relic anyway.
Yeah,
so
I have Relic.
Attack for 1.
15.
You can go.
Not good. 3, 4, 5. Play Blight Herder. Those 2 things. Exile you again. And pass a turn.
Crack this. I go to 16.
If I want to get real crazy with it, I could move all in on this, but I just don't think that's even good.
Don't think we really need more than one green source, so I'm just going to get the second Steam Vents.
So this mulligan to 4 is really turning out all right.
Draw.
Yep.
Just needed to draw a spell, and I could have done some things. Instead, I really can't do anything. Play my land.
Yep.
You can go.
Oh, Lord. All right. I'll start by casting a Wasteland Strangler.
Yep.
I will kill your Swiftspear. Okay, I will play an Eldrazi Temple. And I guess that doesn't. We'll see. Sure. Okay. Yeah. So that works. I'll play Reality Smasher.
I will. I guess I don't need to correct this fetch.
Okay.
So Urborg, I'm gonna Snapcast Remand the Reality Smasher.
I can Scion Relic it.
So you can. Is that better than doing this then? No, I guess, because this deals with 2 of the Scions.
Okay.
Sure. Reality Smasher resolves.
Okay. I'll attack with everything that is eligible.
I will play a Staticaster.
Sure.
Block a token, shoot an unblocked token.
I'll just go ahead and take that opportunity to plus the relic with the token that's getting targeted.
Yep.
So you take 10.
I go to 6.
6. Go.
I have been defeated.
All right, we're here for our conclusion of Black-White Eldrazi versus Temur Prowess.
In this case, I think we have some fairly strong conclusions to draw.
I don't think the Zendikarians won.
Yes, my love affair with Prowess may be over in brutal fashion.
Yeah, I think, you know what? It's good just to rip the Band-Aid off, right?
Yeah, I guess.
No slow burn.
It still doesn't feel great, but
just brutality.
Eldrazi deck looks great.
Yeah, so I think my main takeaway is that even with some really ugly hands, the Eldrazi deck is only like a piece or maybe 2 pieces away from just like firing on all cylinders and doing some really stupid stuff.
Yeah, that piece is a relic of Progenitus.
Yeah,
in case you
so
didn't watch.
I'd kind of I did not respect, let's say, Scrabbling Claws out of some of the Eldrazi decks that we've seen previously, and after those games where I basically was just begging my deck to draw a relic at all times, I definitely think that maybe I would want more than 4 exile effects.
Yeah, it could. Nihil Spellbomb is still there. That's
Yep.
one that people have frequently used, but perhaps the tap ability that Scrabbling Claws and Relic give you is actually the more important of the 2, rather than just getting their graveyard in one fell swoop.
Well, I think now that the deck is like a little bit more explosive with Thought-Knot Seer, and I'll get to Reality Smasher in a second, but the fact that you might not have to use mana as so with Nihil Spellbomb, if you want to activate it, you have to pay a mana to draw a card.
Yeah.
So you don't really want to like just bleed a card. So the fact that Scrabbling Claws lets you exile stuff but still stay on curve, and you can cash it in for a card later, I think makes it better.
Yeah.
But who knows? We'll definitely
I might
have
have
to
some
test it.
Scrabbling Claws in my boxes of Magic cards, so
Yeah.
let's hope they're like
we're-
$20.
We're probably gonna have to use those for testing. But
Yeah.
Coming back to Reality Smasher, that card was much better than I expected to be. I kind of scoffed at it when like people were saying how the card was great, and I was like, it seems okay, but like you already have these big things like Blight Herder and even the top end like Oblivion Star Ulamog, but that card is just super aggressive and hard to deal with.
Yeah, when you're talking about the Eldrazi in this deck, the ideal scenario for them has always been that you cast them for 2 mana fewer. Like, maybe you can get a little better with the most broken draws, but generally like
Right.
you can go 2 spots down on the curve. So when you evaluate Reality Smasher in that context, it is a 3 mana 5/5 trample haste. When it gets targeted, they have to discard a card or their thing is countered.
It's just like the
And
best
that-
ball lightning of all time.
Yeah, like that sounds like a good card in Modern, right? Just that
3 mana 5/5 haste trample.
Yeah.
If it needs to be targeted, you have to discard. That's
Yeah.
probably fine, right?
Yeah, that sounds good, right?
Yeah, that sounds fair. I think
Okay.
they should print that.
Yeah, maybe that'll be in the next set.
Yeah. But I mean, I know it was kind of painful, but do you have any takeaways specifically from the Temur deck?
It just felt underpowered. Like all my, I was casting 1 and 2 mana creatures that were 1/2s and 2/1s, and maybe got like 1 or 2 power triggers out of them. And you were casting for 2 and 3 mana, 4/5s and 5/5s and 3/2s that killed my guys. So like,
Yeah.
I'm not that far underneath you that I can have that large of a gap in power.
Yep.
So maybe this deck just can't compete in a field where Eldrazi exists. Maybe it was just better back in Oklahoma City, but I think it's safe to say I won't be registering that one at the Pro Tour.
Sure. Yeah, I think that specifically Blight Herder makes it to where just a bunch of ground creatures aren't going to get through as effectively, and that it usually just like brick walled your team, and then I had an extra turn or two to just kind of go over the top of you.
Yeah, my Vapor Snags weren't good against all of your value creatures. The one thing I'm not worried about is like maybe we're overrating the Eldrazi deck based on the results of this, given that the Temur Prowess deck is just not very good.
Oh, for sure. But I mean, even that being said, what the Eldrazi deck is capable of doing is kind of disgusting.
Yeah, like some of your curves were like turn 1 Relic, turn 2 Thought-Knot Seer, turn 3 Blight Herder or something.
Yeah, it's just not realistic.
That's just a good curve against anyone.
Yeah.
You can beat Griselbrand that way because you have graveyard elements, you have a Thoughtseize against combo decks, you have 2 great value creatures that are well above the curve in size. So any
also
matchup
just puts a ton of pressure on you. They're huge.
Yeah, any matchup that curve sounds great. So the fact that is not, I mean, that's certainly an above average draw for the deck, but it's not like a 1% draw. It's probably more like a 10 to 20% draw even.
Yeah.
And if you're doing that anywhere close to once a match, it's almost a free win. So any deck that gets free wins with that type of frequency is definitely one to watch out for.
While also still being able to play, discard removal spells. It's not like just like a super crazy all-in deck or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And the rest of the deck is just all cards that have been in Modern for years. They're just modern staples. We know they're good.
Built-in graveyard hate.
Yep.
Yeah, so based on the results of this, it would not surprise me. Again, we're time traveling a bit, but if you saw the Eldrazi deck tomorrow be very successful at the Pro Tour, that would not be crazy to me.
Yeah, agreed. That deck seems very good. Definitely on the short list.
Well, thank you guys for watching. If you're checking us out on YouTube, please like, comment, share below. Check out the Pro Tour coverage where Ross and I will be doing battle tomorrow. And get out to your local regional championship and get that sweet playmat and play some Modern.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for watching.